What does somebody look like at the beginning of their community investing journey? Meet Michael, Sally, Carlos, Derrick, Candice, and Shaun. This is a group of friends that met each other over the course of a few months. Michael is a junior software developer earning $70,000 who saves $1,000 per month. He enjoys drone technology. Sally's an assistant teacher with $45,000 annual salary, saving $600 a month, and she loves nurturing students and gardening. Carlos is a junior graphic designer making $50K a year, saving $750 a month, who loves creative work. Derrick is a junior financial analyst earning $85K. He's a triathlon enthusiast who saves and puts away $2,000 each month. Candice is a marketing coordinator with a $60K annual income. She combines her love for food and blogging with savvy financial planning, saving $1,200 a month. And Shaun is an environmental research assistant earning $55K a year. Dedicated to sustainability, he enjoys hiking and saves $700 a month. They're each putting $400 per month into a shared LLC to buy a turnkey service business with a current manager. Stay tuned for their updated journey to the new 1%. So the question is, what is the purpose of getting these 6 people into these fictional personas with these jobs, these incomes, how much they save per month, $400 a month for a service-based business? What is the point of all of this? And the real reason I'm doing this is because I want to give you guys the ability to learn about community investing in the timeline it'll actually play out. So you're following my journey. We're going to follow these 6 friends, and we're going to follow other people who are at other stages in the journey. We're going to have 4 groups of friends that we follow, and every month we'll see updates about them, and every year we'll look back at how they progressed. And so I'm going to give you more context on these friends and how they met before we jump into kind of the things I want to highlight. So Michael knew Sally from high school, and they met Candice at a coffee shop one Saturday. They would just hang out, they would go to coffee shops together to work, and that's where they met Candice. And Candice knows Shaun from a hike they were on for her blog. And Shaun is in a friend group with Derrick and Carlos. That's how all 6 of these friends kind of got together. Obviously, Shaun invited Derrick and Carlos to come hang out with Candice, Michael, and Sally on some like game night or some hike or just something they were doing, and they started to interact together. All these different jobs, all these different personalities, that's kind of how they came together. What are we going to go over as we watch and learn from their story? The first thing I really want to touch on is how they use their different skills. We have a marketing coordinator, a financial analyst, a dude who loves the environment, who's a research assistant, so he's very detail oriented. We have a ton of other people who I can't remember all what they do. I think we have a software developer, a graphic designer, and a teacher, right? So we have a lot of different personas. They each have different skills. Some have classroom management, some have the kind of detail-oriented execution operational work from maybe leading a class or from doing a lot of graphic design or from analyzing a lot of financial statements. Some know how to get the content out there from being a marketing coordinator. Some may build apps that help the small business as they go down the road as a software developer, or they just know how to run a team of software engineers. And then others may do the nitty-gritty work of systematizing the business from their days in the research field and really getting processes down. I think I may have missed somebody in there, but the point is all of their skills will come into play at different points in time, whether it be managing people, marketing the stuff, designing the stuff, branding the stuff, analyzing the stuff, getting into the nitty-gritty details, or leading a team of developers, whatever it may be. We're going to see how they use their different skills to help the business they buy or learn to buy or however they end up doing it. The story's not written yet. I'm on this journey just like you guys are, but it's going to be really cool to see how these skills collide. The other thing that will be colliding, probably in a not so positive way at points, is their personalities. We're going to be looking for how they interact and how they deal with conflict in this community investing journey, because yes, they each have skills. Some can market, some can do software, some can lead a class and kind of execute under stressful situations, and some can do a lot of graphic design or analyze a lot of stuff or come up with systems based on their research. Like, they each have different skills, but they all have different personalities too. Some like more creative work, some are more extroverted, some are more introverted, some like talking and exercise, others like not talking, coding, drawing, or kind of just being really environmentally conscious, volunteering in that manner. And so it's very important to see, okay, what business do they end up deciding on? Does it fit with all their personalities? How do they overcome those hurdles? And how do they deal with conflict? So I think that's going to be a big thing whenever you're getting a group of people together. It is very difficult to get over each other's preferences. Like, you really have to destroy your ego to be able to work with people well. Or you have to do a lot of work and match up with people well beforehand. And we're going to figure out which is more important, which is more valuable. And we're going to have that debate. So how their skills interact, how their personalities collide, and then how they overcome various hurdles in the entrepreneurial journey. There are going to be times when they lose the whole $2,400 that they're putting in. There are going to be times when they make money, but they can't replicate it. There are going to be times when some people want to quit, or some people are scared, or they feel like they're on the line of doing something illegal because they're uneducated, but they can't afford a lawyer. And so we're going to see how they overcome all of these hurdles in their entrepreneurial journey. And all of the hurdles they have to overcome are going to be based on stories I hear from entrepreneurs trying to get into the game, questions people are actually asking, seeing people have analysis paralysis and not really jump in. And finally, we're going to talk about the realistic timeline of entrepreneurship. So as we follow them, we're going to have a recap of kind of what they did monthly, what their KPIs were, who met it, how they met it, why they didn't meet it. And then just the realistic timeline of entrepreneurship in the sense that, like, hey, in a year, do they actually have a business, or does it take them 2 years? Does it take them 3 years? And so we're going to be following these people, hopefully for the next 5-10 years. And they will have their kind of stories that they share based on stories I encounter as I'm coaching entrepreneurs, as I'm growing in my own entrepreneurial journey, and as I'm hearing from the beginning stages of other entrepreneurs like Alex Hormozy, like, the Nike dude, Phil Knight. Is it Phil Knight? I don't know. Regardless, there are plenty of entrepreneurial stories, plenty of stuff to intertwine, and plenty of stuff to see, hey, how are they overcoming this? And of course, it's all fictional, but we're going to try to make it as real as possible based on what has actually happened in actual people's lives. So that's the whole goal of getting this group of friends together. I want to show you how a group of friends who are in the beginning of community investing can use their different skills to grow a business, how their personalities collide and how they overcome those collisions, and how they overcome various hurdles in the entrepreneurial journey, and then to give you a sense of the actual timeline of entrepreneurship. This was the context phase. The next phase will probably have their first meeting where they decide on KPIs, what type of business they want to buy, and various other things. So that's what we got for you guys today on the show. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next one. I'm excited to follow along in their journey and see how community investing plays out month by month. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, we are a community of people judged not by our wealth, but by our impact.